Hello YouTube, Scamp the Wolf here, back with another video for your viewing pleasure, and we just got a new Zootopia 2 trailer that came out as of this recording. It came out recently, so I figured, like, since I reacted to the last one, like, and talked about that trailer a little bit, we should talk about this one and everything leading up to it. There is, like, a lot leading up to it because we figured that this was going to premiere sometime around now, considering the fact we have Bad Guys 2 coming out. I'm going to be seeing that later. And also, like, we have other Disney movies coming out, Freakier Friday, actually. So I stand corrected about that. And we have a whole bunch of stuff coming out. So we figured that this trailer was going to be coming out pretty soon around this time, considering the wealth of stuff that would, in theory, like, it would be premiering with in, like, theaters and stuff like that. And we seem to get a bit of, like, hints of this happening. The trailer was, like, rated by some company or something like that. And then, like, apparently some people in Thailand got this trailer early because 2 screenshots from it showed up online, including one where it's Judy and Nick, and they're all, like, fancifully dressed and stuff, and, like, Judy has a dress. There's a lot of, like, fan art and stuff, I guess, about, and there's a lot of, like, conversation too about that, which that's the Zootopia fan base for sure. They like to go crazy over everything. They like to say that Nick and Judy should be together and all that kind of stuff. Whereas I'm just sitting here like, I want a good movie, you know? Like, I just don't really care if Nick and personally, like, on this little thing, I don't really see them as, like, really being a couple necessarily. Like, I mean, they're good partners, like, for sure. Like, we saw that in the first movie. They have a lot of good chemistry together, like, but, like, it's more of, like, a platonic thing. Like, for me, like, I like some of the stuff that people have done with the ships and stuff like that, and that kind of stuff is good. The artwork's been good for that, for those people, but, like, I don't necessarily, like, think in terms of, like, canonically, like, they should, like, or, like, in canon, like be together. But we'll see how they work that into the story, if it's something that happens maybe in a future movie, maybe in something else, because you gotta understand Zootopia is now a huge deal now, considering the fact there's a lot of hype for this trailer, and there's a lot of hype for, like, Zootopia in general. There's a lot of people who are really clamoring for this movie, and now we have a second trailer. And finally we get to my actual, like, opinion about this trailer. This is a much better trailer than the previous one, which of course will be a lot of people's opinion, because the first one was just a teaser. It was just, you know, them going through everything, and then we get a glimpse at what could be the bad guy, that cloaked guy, if you remember from that trailer, if you've seen it. And then kind of like the kind of a baseline of what to expect. We have the snake and stuff, and they're going after the snake. This one, it's a little bit of, like, a combination of the sloth trailer for the first one and the official trailer for the first one that came out, like, a month or so after the sloth trailer. It's a kind of a combination of both. It's, like, in the middle, in between those. Like, the first half is just what will be a scene in the movie, and the second half is like, okay, here's the plot. Here's, like, Gary the snake is, like, a suspect. You need to go find him, and then, like, see what he's up to and all that stuff. And then that's kind of what they're doing. They're introducing reptiles into this world, and, like, you kind of get that thing going on, like. And of course, this trailer, what I will say about this trailer, is very funny for sure. I mean, like, the one gag I really do enjoy is Nick throwing the soda into the, and it, like, this, the walls in, like, this police office thing must be really like weak, because he throws the soda like and it just like bursts through like whatever the heck animal, like the mole or something like that, and it just bursts all over the mole, and it's just like, that's a good joke. I think that's like very spontaneous, and I think it works very well. That joke like actually did make me chuckle a little bit, to be honest. It's like, it's a good joke. And there's some good stuff too with the whole therapy session thing that happens, like, which I'm assuming isn't like the full thing, obviously. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's like, you could tell some dialogue's probably ADR'd like to fit like the trailer, especially like when we get later on into the trailer. Um and some of it, like some clips are like spliced, like I'm sure that this therapy scene will probably go over very well like in the actual movie itself when that gets released in late this November. um and yeah, there's like some exposition. They've been partners for a week, and they're not getting along very well. So that's why they're in this therapy session. um and it's a very like good scene. Like, what's the from, I think the person, not the animal, running this thing, like, she looks like a very good character. I think all of them are pretty good. There's a lot of like jabs at different like cliches or like legends or idioms or whatever, like elephants being scared of mice and stuff like that, and that, like, and like, I don't know, like there's an armadillo and a bear. I don't know if there's like some kind of like idiom or like something with that, but he's this armadillo is touching people, making them very uncomfortable and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, like, I don't know if that's a stereotype of armadillos, but it is interesting to see that as well. Because we all know like rabbits, foxes, like typically in the wild don't get along with each other, and I just said about the elephant and the mouse. So and then like the other thing, which I'm guessing like a lot of it is probably just like they're just partners that they just happen to be a badger and like a deer or whatever the heck, that, or they just happen to be this and that, like, and I'm pretty sure there is some like symbolism with the snake and like these animals or something like that, like like snakes like are predators because they go after like warm-blooded animals. There's probably some symbolism there, um politically, like speaking, not politically but like in terms of what's going on with the world right now. This could be an immigration thing, like with Gary. Like, I've heard some people say that, because it's he's like, I have to go find my family and stuff, or I have to, like, a lot of people have just been alluding to that. I don't think it's like, I don't know if it's really going to be tying in with this story, but like it could be. I mean, like, there's we still haven't like really gotten a lot of information, like nearly as much information. Like, we'll definitely have something like by the time October, November, like we might have like a clear idea of what like the motive behind Gary's story is. I think it's he's trying to retrieve, like, from like things that I've read, um it's about him trying to retrieve some part of Zootopia history or something, and that's why they're after him. Like, um, it's, I think it's like something along those lines, from like all the stuff that I've read, like with the Annecy Festival, with like various like articles that I've read with like Jared Bush and like other things, and some people like involved in the making of it. That's kind of just what I have perceived so far from the story. Like, but um, I will be able to corroborate that when the actual movie itself comes out, or even just when, like, there's an actual like synopsis that's more than just, oh, they're after the snake. Okay, or if there's a third trailer that somehow like is way more story driven than like just half and half. You know, but I think this is a great trailer. This probably end up being the best trailer out of any trailers that we get from Zootopia 2. Um, and I'm not saying like the story trailer would be bad. I didn't think it was that bad for the first one. I thought that was pretty good. I thought the introduction, like for the first one, the introductory like trailer for that one was good. The sloth trailer was very funny. Like of course, like that got everybody laughing and so that caught everybody's attention. And that's a good way to do it too with that because it's a unique joke. It's a very like clever joke for that. And there's nothing that comes to that level in this one. I mean, I guess the elephant and mouse like thing comes close to it, but like even that, I'm just like it goes through the scene so quickly, and then it's like we get like straight to like the story stuff in it. Like it's very good for it. They still get a lot of good like funny moments, like good like stuff. I mean, Jason Bateman and Jennifer Goodwin do have a lot of good chemistry as actors and actresses and stuff like that. Like they cast this well, like originally. And they cast a lot of the other roles in this well, for sure. Like, and yeah, I'm pretty anticipated for this. I'm pretty excited for Zootopia 2, as you probably can't already tell. I have so much content on this channel dating back when the first one came out and all that stuff. That has like a lot of Zootopia stuff, so of course, like I'm pretty well versed in the fandom, like somewhat. I'm I'm not like crazy with Zootopia. I'm not like the craziest Zootopia person out there. I'm not like, but like I am a big fan and I am passionate about this franchise. And I think Zootopia 2, my predictions for it, like this will be a great sequel, like in vein with like Toy Story 2. How Toy Story 2 manages to be just as good as the first one. This is kind of like that, you know. This is appearing to be, it will be sort of in that same lane where it's not a sequel that's like worse or better than the other one, because if you look at sequels that Disney's done in the past, even other companies, I don't know about Bad Guys 2 necessarily, but we'll see when I post that review for the Bad Guys 2, which I am actually going to be seeing, like I said earlier, pretty soon. But a lot of sequels just seem to like dip in quality into the other one, and that happens a lot, especially with the DVD, the straight to DVD stuff that we got in the '90s. I mean, like, but even then, I think like this is probably like this is definitely going to be better than Moana 2, definitely for sure. That's the funny thing is like Moana 2 is the only Moana movie I've seen like all the way through, and it just turned out to be fine. I'm assuming the first one's probably better. Um, I'm assuming from like people talking, Frozen 2 is probably weaker than the first one. There's a lot of Pixar sequels and stuff that like that happened. Incredibles 2 wasn't as good as the original Incredibles, for example. This one, pretty much on a similar level. That's kind of what like I'm feeling will happen, and nonetheless, it'll still be a great movie that I'll probably be watching clips of for like a while, and I'll probably be seeing it just as many times. Probably not as many times, but probably just enough. I'll probably be checking this out twice, or like I did with the first one. I saw that 4 times in the theater. That was a great time, and this one, yeah, I'm just excited for it. Like, it's definitely one of the movies I'm looking forward to towards the end of the year, as well as movies like One Battle After Another, and Bad Guys 2, for sure. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming out at the end of 2025. We are already at the near the end of 2025, pretty much, and that's a miracle. But yeah, and we also have Hoppers, which is coming out in early 2026, that I want to give a lot of um, praise to, because that trailer just came out. I reacted to that like kind of in a short, and I think that one could put Pixar back on the track, because I gotta be honest, the Elio stuff really doesn't do anything. I have not been interested in that one at all whatsoever because it just looks so generic, man. It just looks so like just nothing to it. But Hoppers put them on a track. But I'm just rambling. What do you guys think about this new Zootopia 2 trailer? If you have seen it, you probably have because it will probably be playing with something in the future that you might go see, or you might just see it on a whim or something like that. So definitely leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. As I always say, this is Scamp the Wolf signing out. Take care, everyone.